Hey, so it's the 4th of July. Um, it's not really a it's not really a holiday that I'm into, but surprisingly a hard one to get through. I don't know. Um, I think just kind of the first of everything is going to be tough. First holiday, even if it's a holiday that I don't. I've tried throughout the day to remember any 4th of July with Gabi. Like, did we ever do anything? I guess I think a couple of years ago, right after we had bought our house, we went to an area near our house called Belmar, and they were having like a market thing, I think, or some kind of fair maybe. And I feel like we watched. Oh no, okay. So there was um, the city of Lakewood had a stage set up, and there were musical acts performing, and then they did like a drone show. And I think that was for the 4th of July, but I don't think it was on the 4th of July, but I'm not sure. And I know last year we went to Texas for a family reunion, Gabby's dad's family reunion, and I know that she's there this year as well because she said that she was gonna go in that one email. She said that she was gonna go attend that. My mom's here with me. We sat on the balcony of my apartment and watched them shoot off the fireworks at Coors Field, and it was pretty cool. I'm really afraid of heights, so I had to sit down because as I was standing up on that balcony on the 20th floor, right, as I was standing up on that balcony, I kept getting dizzier and dizzier, and I was feeling like I was gonna pass out. I had to sit down. It was tough, and today was kind of tough. Um, there was a barbecue at the apartment complex, and I tried to go to it this afternoon, but I got down there and I saw all those people, uh, you know, just all those people, and it was completely overwhelming, and I couldn't go in. And I told my mom, I can't do this. I need to leave. So didn't go to the barbecue. Um, went to Walmart instead. Bought some more stuff for the apartment. I'm kind of excited about how I think it's going to come out. But and then we went to lunch. And, after feeling overwhelmed about the barbecue, I just didn't really emotionally recover, and I knew that I sometimes I can just feel myself being short or rude, and to my mom too, and that's awful. I don't want to do that to her, but it's not on purpose, and it feels like something I can't really control. It's just that like I can't find any I can't find any emotional thing that isn't terrible sometimes, and so in order to not tap into the terrible emotions, I just have to keep everything short, curt, rude, maybe a little bit, irritable, but it feel like it keeps worse things from happening. Mm. And we went to lunch. My mom wanted to have a steak for lunch, so we went to Texas Roadhouse. I think the steaks are good and the price is reasonable. Yeah, we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I went into the bathroom and went into a stall and just cried for a while. And I don't know. There was no specific thing that was going on. It was just I don't know. I needed to run away and cry for a while, and one of the things that I was thinking while I was crying then was that I've never been good at wanting to be alive. And I don't mean that I'm constantly suicidal, although that's a thing too. What I mean is that being alive for me is a passive decision, not an active one. It means that the reason I am still alive is because I was alive before, and I'm just kind of maintaining the status quo. It's not like I would actively choose it. I think I've kind of always felt that way. And I've been to counseling. Oh man, have I been to counseling. And I've been on all kinds of medications and everything, and it doesn't really fix that. But I came up with a plan today about it, and it was maybe I don't want to be alive, but I do want to have lunch. And that's kind of the plan. Maybe I don't want to be alive, but I do want to have lunch. Maybe I don't want to be alive, but I do want to paint this painting that I'm imagining. Maybe I don't want to be alive, but I do want to get promoted at work. And so by focusing less on the grand vision of wanting to be alive and more on these smaller, frankly, I don't know, I was going to say less consequential, but now that I think about it, not wanting to be alive hasn't really had much of a consequence, I guess. Or maybe it has. I don't know. But the thing is that if I can take my focus away from the grand thing, the grand vision of wanting to be alive, and focus it more on smaller, more tangible things that I do want, then maybe that's a way to avoid having to worry about the fact that I'm not good at wanting to be alive, and I really don't know how to want to be alive when I'm also alone. So that's something that I'm going to be working on for a while. But I brought this book today, here. I was telling you guys about it, Rebuilding When Your Relationship Ends by Bruce Fisher. I just found this by chance at a used bookstore / coffee shop. And I've read a couple of chapters now, and the first chapter is all about the rebuilding blocks. There are 15 of them there. And you got to climb that mountain of blocks to rebuild when your love relationship ends. And the second chapter is about denial. And I read that one today. And sometimes I am in denial still. I know I was before. So back in April, our first day Gabi and I were apart, I knew I had lost everything, but then by that second day, it felt less like I had lost everything. And then a week later, it didn't really feel like I had lost everything. But I think that was a form of denial kind of coming up. And I think it still happens. There are times when I'm like, oh no, nothing's really happening. I'm just here. And I don't really think about all of the stuff, the divorce and everything. And I think that's kind of a form of denial. I'm not real sure. But I like that at the end of each chapter in this book, there are questions. So I'm going to read this to you, okay? This is the end of the chapter on denial on page 35. It says, "Here is this chapter's checklist designed to help you decide if you are ready to climb the next portion of the trail. Use it to check out your progress. No one is grading you, so be very honest with yourself." So we're going to go through this, and I'm going to tell you my answers. And I'm going to be very honest with myself, and I'm going to be very honest with you. Number one, I am able to accept that my love relationship is ending. I would call that 90% yes. I know that it's ending. I've told a number of people. I heard from an old friend from grad school today, and I told her. And she's going to call me tomorrow, and we're going to talk more about it. So I think I am able to accept it. But at the same time, there are times when I have, when I think about the fact that 30% approximately of people in Colorado who file for divorce don't actually end up finalizing their divorces. And I would like to be part of that 30%. And I also think about fantasies, I guess, where, a year from now, Gabi misses me and I reach out to her and she replies. So, while I know that it's ending now, I still have these hopes. So I don't know that I can give that one a 100% yes at this time. So I would go with 90%. Number two, I'm comfortable telling my friends and relatives that my love relationship is ending. Absolutely. I'm absolutely comfortable with that, but I think that's part of who I am. I am very comfortable telling pretty much anyone, pretty much anything. There's very little in my life that I am ashamed of. The things that I've done I've done bad things. I've done things that are shameful, but I learn from them and I grow and I move past them. And at that point, I'm no longer ashamed of them, because as shameful as they may have been, I've used them to become a better person. So yeah, I tend to just be very open and honest with everybody, and maybe he give people too much information sometimes, but I don't really hide anything about myself. So that one 100% yes. Number three, I have begun to understand some of the reasons why my love relationship did not work out, and this has helped me overcome the feelings of denial. That's a tough one, because I'm really not sure. In our last argument was basically me following Gabi around the house, begging her to talk to me, to tell me what was going on, to tell me how she was feeling so that I could understand what she was going through and why she thought we should separate. So I didn't get that, and that's tough. And in the absence of knowing or what Gabi was going through, and me just trying really, really hard to figure it out, I end up going down a very angry sort of mental path there a lot of the time, and blaming a lot of it on Gabi. And I know it's can't be more than 70% her fault, but when I think about it, it sure feels that way. So no, I've begun to understand some of the reasons why my love relationship did not work out, and this has helped me overcome the feelings of denial. The answer is sort of maybe 50%. Because sometimes I think about it and I say, okay, yeah, this helps me feel like, of course it didn't work out. Because, okay, I'll tell you one. Over the last couple of years, I have gone through some really bad depression, really bad anxiety, a lot of mental health issues, and it really felt to me like for a long time when things were going well, Gabi was excited to tag along, and then when I needed support, she couldn't stand to support me. And that's a major reason why our relationship fell apart, because I needed support and she didn't want to be supportive. And that's not fair to her for me to believe that. It's not. She tried to support me. I am not easy to support. and I need a lot of support. So it's not entirely fair to her for me to say that, but that is something that comes up a lot whenever I think of reasons why our love relationship did not work out. Let's move on. Number 4, I believe that even though divorce is painful, it can be positive. It can be a positive and creative experience. Absolutely, I do believe that. I know already a lot of positive things have happened for me in the last few months. This talking to you is a creative enterprise. Yeah, 100%. I do believe that even though divorce is painful, it can be a positive and creative experience. Number 5 here. I am ready to invest emotionally in my own personal growth in order to become the person I would like to be. Again, 100%. Absolutely. That's just kind of another thing that's pretty much always true about me, is that I am ready to work on my own growth in order to get to whatever I want the next step to be. And if I want the next step to be rebuilding after divorce, then I am 100% there, ready to invest whatever needs to be invested to make that happen. All right, number 6. I want to learn to become happy as a single person before committing myself to another love relationship. Yeah, I think this is easy for me to say 100% too as well. I certainly don't want to be in another love relationship anytime soon. There are times when I wonder if I will be capable of being in another love relationship ever. And I think I will be, but I don't think it'll be the same. One of the things I uncovered with a counselor recently is just how much trouble I have trusting people. I have so much fear of abandonment and history of feeling abandoned, feeling like people use me. Like when things are going good, then they're there and they love it, and then when things don't go the way they want them to go, they just ditch me and I lose everything. And this is, it's happened a lot of times, and this is another one. This is another one where it feels like the second I am the needier person, I just get dropped. So yeah, I do wonder if it's just going to reinforce that kind of fear of abandonment and make it difficult, if not impossible, for me to enter into another love relationship. So, last one, number 7. I will continue to invest in my own personal growth even if my former love partner and I plan to get back together. Yeah, for sure. Because I know that over the last few months, being separate from Gabi, I know that I've become a better person. I know that I've grown a lot. And I really like a lot of things about the person. I like a lot of things better about the person I am in July 2026 compared to the person I was in March 2026. We're not that different between us, but we're different enough. We're different enough for me to say that I am a better person now than I was then, even though it's only been a few months. So I will definitely continue to invest in my personal growth regardless of what happens. So what do you think? I don't know that I'm ready yet to move on to the next building block, but I don't know what to do to get myself ready to move on. Maybe that's what I should think about tomorrow, and maybe we'll talk again. I do want to continue with me and Gabi's story. I do want to continue with that tomorrow. I feel like I say that every day. I barely even cried in this video, I think. Yeah, it's kind of a long one. All right. Um, I'll see you tomorrow.